The roar of the tiny plane's engine finally softened to a gentle hum. Below, a splash of emerald green emerged from the endless turquoise canvas of the sea. "There it is," Nate whispered, his arm tightening around Sophia. "Our own little world for a week." Sophia leaned her head on his shoulder and smiled. The city's noise and stress are already a distant memory. The Virgin Islands brochure they had read online mentioned that it's a place that promised nothing but sun, sand, and fun, and making memories. Their bungalow was a dream, perched on stilts over the crystal-clear water. A gentle breeze carried the scent of salt water and hibiscus. Nate uncorked a bottle of chilled champagne, the pop echoing in the quiet afternoon. "To us," he said, his voice warm. "And to a lifetime of adventures." Sophia took the flute he offered, her eyes sparkling more than the champagne. "To us," she repeated, her voice soft. She clinked her glass against his and took a sip. The cool bubbles are a perfect contrast to the warm air. She looked out at the horizon where the sun was beginning to dip, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. It felt like they were the only two people in the world. The days melted into a blissful rhythm. They woke up with the sun, made love with the sound of the waves as their soundtrack, and spent hours exploring the island's hidden coves. One afternoon they found a secluded waterfall. Its cool water a welcome relief from the tropical heat. Nate pulled Sophia close under the cascade, their laughter mixing with the sound of the falling water. Evenings were for long, slow dinners at the island's only restaurant. It was a tiny, family-run grill on the beach. They ate grilled fish and fresh mango while sharing stories over flickering candlelight. The old woman who owned the place would often stop by their table to check in with them. In her accent she told them one night, "You too," her eyes crinkling at the corners, "you have the good love. The kind that lasts." One night a tropical storm rolled in. The wind howled, and rain lashed against their bungalow. They found it absolutely thrilling. They turned off the lights, lit candles, and danced on the deck to the rhythm of the storm, their bodies slick with rain. It was wild and free, and absolutely them. The morning after the storm, the island was washed clean. The air was fresh, and the beach was presented with treasures from the sea. Nate found a perfect conch shell. Its inside was a swirl of perfectly polished pink. He handed it to Sophia. "Let's take this one home so you can always hear the ocean and remember this," he said. Sophia held the shell to her ear. The sound of a low, constant whisper. She looked at Nate, his hair still damp from the salty morning air, his face open and full of love. It wasn't just the island that was perfect, it was this. This moment, this feeling of being completely known and utterly cherished. On their last day, they took a small boat to a nearby sandbar that appeared only at low tide. They walked holding hands on the strip of pure white sand, surrounded by the endless blue. "I don't want to leave," Sophia confessed, her voice barely a whisper against the vastness. Nate stopped and turned to face her, taking both of her hands in his. "We're not," he said. "We're taking it with us. The quiet, the peace, us." He leaned in and kissed her. It was a long, slow kiss that tasted of salt and sun and the promise of a lifetime. The island was just the beginning.